Good evening all. Just a quick video firstly for Ellie Mae, my little girl. Just to say it was a hard Mother's Day the other day, as usual, without you. Thinking about you all day. Your brother and sister made it very special for me, which I'm very grateful for as well, of course, because they weren't stolen, you know. But, you know, it's one Mother's Day closer to you being home where you belong. That's the way I look at it. I've got to look at it. Ellie, Mummy's done everything she can, really, to try to, you know, expose this. And next Tuesday, I'm meeting with somebody from a major TV channel who is an investigative journalist, sorry. And she does documentaries for the television. This documentary will be about forced adoption, and I will be blowing the lid off of it all. I have no qualms with doing that. The repercussions may be great. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is the amount of children being stolen from healthy, happy families in the UK daily, as we know. So, yeah, exposure is what's needed, you know, and repercussions aren't a concern. So, please, Essex, if you're listening, please realise this is how it is. Okay, I am going to expose you for what you've done. I'm going to expose you all for what you're doing. I don't feel that there should be any issues with that. If what you're doing is right in your eyes, then, you know, you shouldn't have any issues with me speaking, should you? Because you'll be able to come back with your own reasoning behind why you do what you do. Maybe or maybe not, as you won't, because there is no reasoning most of the time, is there? It's just normal families doing normal things on a normal daily basis, and yet you can make something so huge out of something so small that it's absolutely ludicrous. But what can I say except for I can't wait to expose you all of you, on national television on a very, very large platform. Okay, so I'm looking forward to that. I really am. So yeah, Ellie, Mummy will always be in the limelight in the respects of forced adoption and the removal of children unnecessarily, especially when there is children that we're reading about daily being hurt by their parents or carers at home that have had services involved, and still they are left there because they are harmed children. Adoptive parents don't want them, obviously. They want nice, happy, healthy children, of course. You know, they don't want children that have got problems and to cause problems in their wonderful lives. So let's blow the lid on this, people, because I'm telling you now I'm about to. Also, I've just I've seen a post saying that Mr. T, as I'll call him, has been now removed from YouTube. Who's pulling all these strings, people? Come on, who's doing it? I mean, at the Brexit Betrayal 2 last week on the 29th, Mr. T was very clear. He's running for Parliament, and he's very backed in that as well. Oh yes, he is. And he also made it very clear that he's got the hearts of the British public as his interest, and I truly believe that. You know, he made it clear that the politicians that we are having to deal with and being forced to deal with have no idea about reality and normal life and what's really going on. You know, it all seems to be some fun and games to them, all of this Brexit stuff, doesn't it? You know, I mean, what sort of country is this when we've had a vote voted out, and yet here we are, we're still in, and the government are playing games. They're wanting second referendums, etc., all the rest of it. Well, you know what, when you have a vote and someone wins, isn't that meant to be them winning then, and that happening what is voted for? Yes, it is, and you know it. So yeah, Mr. T is absolutely there for the people, whether you're right or left or none of them. You know, this man has got the actual interests of human beings at heart, as opposed to the interests of themselves, of himself alone, like the politicians that we unfortunately have had to put up with for such a long time. So yeah, please still carry on supporting this man. I mean, literally, you know, Facebook taking him down didn't really do much except for widen the platform for him, did it now? So I'm sure the whole YouTube thing won't either. So, you know, there's little they'll be able to do if he does become an MP as well, because I think there's a certain amount of airtime that channels have to allow to politicians. I'm not sure, but I read something along them lines the other day. So therefore they'll have no choice but to air the views and opinions of Mr. T. I think you all know who I'm talking about. I hope so. It's just I can't say the name because literally everything gets removed. Also, just to carry on from my last video, the Leaving Neverland documentary has been smeared now because the people were lying. I did try to say this, you know, but everyone has their own opinion and probably already did on Michael, I don't know. But the unfortunate thing is that it's 10 years now since he's deceased in June, and we should be celebrating the life and music and dance of Michael Jackson. But unfortunately, many platforms have taken down everything to do with him, which is absolutely vile. You know, the statues and the things like that, they would have been smashed up, I'm sure. You know, they can't be replaced or replaced in any way. And you know, what I always thought about this was like, why didn't this happen in 1993 when it was first ever said? Why? And why all of a sudden now, just because of a documentary 10 years after this man's passed away with no chance of being able to ever stand up for himself, have you lot decided to publicly, you know, brutalise his character and destroy him? He's a legacy, a legend, icon. You know, this man brought more to music than any artist or star has ever done. So, you know, come on, have a bit of respect for that, at least, in, you know. But it is being publicly put out there now that, yes, these people were lying. There's so many inconsistencies in their stories, hence the reason why Wade Robson could not get his case into court twice since 2013, because the judge said no, because there is no case to answer. There was no case to answer. And the fact is that this young man, Wade Robson, decided that he went for a part, the main part in Cirque de Michael, which is a show that's you know, in honour of Michael Jackson. He assumed he would get the part. There are emails circulating actually between him and the producers of Cirque de Michael, which were backwards and forwards in between him and them, and he really believed he was going to get this main role, but he didn't get it. And it was only upon not getting that he actually decided to come out with the claims that he'd been abused by Michael daily. Unfortunately for him, he didn't seem to sit back and think about the fact that he was actually with Michael Jackson's niece for 7 years of the time he was saying he was being abused. He also forgot to look his dates up properly, you know, and also he didn't really count on his own mother coming forward with the truth either, I shouldn't imagine, but she did. So well done, boys, you've done really well. You had him removed from TV, from radio, his statues, figure, you know, all sorts of things removed, but you still can't tear the legacy of Michael down. And I said this, the man was magic. Let's just remember him for that. Remember him for his dance, his music, and what he's brought and contributed to the music scene. You can never take that away. Okay, so yeah, primarily this video was for Ellie Mae. Mummy loves you, Mummy misses you, and there will be many videos for you for when you come home, believe me, because I will be keeping each and every one of them. I love you, baby girl. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.